guys, and welcome back to OJ and T, where we talk about whatever the heck we want to talk about. And today we're going to do a little bit of Never Have I Ever so that you guys can get to know us a little bit. Um, you will quickly learn that I am the one that is the person that does not do anything, and Tommy is more out in the world than I am. But that is up for you guys to decide. These are going to be some interesting, juicy questions. We're going to be as honest as possible.
Well, I plead the fifth on some of those things that you're accusing me of. I'm just saying it now. I'm very innocent. Look at this face. It's very, very innocent.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, that face
I,
looks
I
like
mean, I
it's
am
convinced.
worldly. I have a very worldly perspective of these things, but very innocent. Just saying. Anywho, but first, before we get into Never Have I Ever, how was your day? I know you're telling me you had a awful day. I've been trying to not ask you questions so we can save it for the podcast and this channel so our guests could see just listen in on how terrible your day has been.
The whole day hasn't been terrible. It's just, it's that Aunt Flo is in town. So, for all the women that are out there, your patience gets really thin, and anything that is an inconvenience is magnified by 10. So, that is just basically what I've been experiencing today. Um, yeah, I got to move some stuff around so that apparently they can work on some pipes in my apartment. I also recently found out I have the smallest closet in my apartment. Angry about that, low key. But you win some, you lose some. But I mean, other than that, I woke up this morning and I'm healthy. I'm happy. I get to be here and talk to one of my good friends. So, other than that, it's great. It's great. How was your day, Tommy?
Other than waking up and screaming my legs, me like getting out of bed because I'm sore from leg day. Pretty long day at work, but it was good. People, I had a thing where I just had nothing to do and I'll sit there and I'll feel so awkward. But today has been like a really good day where I had task after task, emails, things like that. And my grandma made homemade pho, which is bomb. Homemade pho. Oh god, I gave bowls of it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it never gets old. And I don't know, a lot of people could do that. Like I can do that easily, especially when my grandma's cooking. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Mm.
What is
Um,
pho?
Pho is like a pretty like staple Vietnamese noodles. I think that's more towards the north
Okay.
or somewhere.
Okay.
Please don't get mad at me for not knowing my culture. I'm sorry, but it's basically like a staple beef
Shame.
noodle. Um, and it's just like really good all around. And the broth is very light. You could add like some seasoning, like some sauces to it to make it really like saucy. Anywho,
Mm-hmm.
loved it. Had it for lunch. The best part was that my grandma made it, and I didn't have to do anything. That made it so much better.
It's
Oh
always better
man.
when you don't have to make the food.
Oh, for sure. There are moments where I just go take a nap for like on my lunch break from work. I just take a nap instead of eat because I'd be really lazy to make something, and I'm just like, all right, well, whatever. Uh,
Yeah.
um, no, but like in the beginning of this podcast, she was like, Aunt Flo came to town, and I was like, Aunt Flo, what? Took me a couple of seconds to realize. I was like, what?
Yes.
Um,
That's like the PC version of like saying it's that time of the month, but
oh no, I get it. It just
you
took me a
just say that
second
to
to
your Aunt
realize. I
Flo.
was
I feel like
like,
there's probably gonna be a few things that I'm gonna say that you're probably gonna be like, huh? Like,
most definitely. But fun
yeah.
fact, before we get into this video, we actually struggled for 20 plus minutes trying to get this video together. So I hope you guys are enjoying this right now. This is like unfiltered OJ and T with technical problems. But
Yes.
anywho,
Anybody who has
this
ever had to set up a camera probably knows. But we got here. As I said before we started, the beginning's gonna be the rough part, but it's gonna refine itself as we go on. It's gonna get great. All right, no more stalling, Tommy. We're gonna ask you these questions. I know that you probably have done some of these things.
I'm an
Hmm.
angel.
Lies you tell. All
All
right.
right.
First question. Never have I ever cheated on a partner. I've never done it.
No, I've never done it. I'm a very big. I'm very
Wait,
adamant
low key, I'm
against it.
lying. Low,
Spill, spill. I
low
didn't know
key, I'm lying.
this.
Okay, so it was freshman year of college, right? So I came in dating someone, but it was like long distance, and we like they lived in New Jersey, and I lived in
You know, this
Virginia.
changed my
So,
whole like outlook on you,
huh?
bro. This changes my
What?
whole outlook on you. I did not know this.
Stop, Tommy. You have to hear the whole story, okay? Like this person
Okay,
was
okay.
younger than me, and it was just not. It was not a good fit. Like it really, we were not a good match. But the more that time went on, you get wrapped up in college and you're meeting new people and whatever you who if it won't really happening before then, it ain't happening now. So I just didn't talk to them. And then he did the cardinal sin for me, which I don't like it when you just hang up on me in the middle of a conversation. Like, I mean, you
Mm,
intentionally do it. That's disrespectful. So
mm.
he was doing a lot of things that were childish, and I personally was like, that's annoying, and you know that I don't like it, but you're doing it. And your friends are egging you on to do this stuff. So forget you. So I happened to be in the company of someone and I started to have feelings. I never went any further. It was a lot of flirtation happening, but
Mhm,
it never
mhm.
went anywhere. But low key, you could say that I was cheating, I guess, but not really. Like I never like kissed anybody or slept with anybody.
Okay, so no physical acts were done.
No.
Okay,
But mentally
okay.
I had checked out. Like
I know that feeling because the next question is never have I ever been cheated on, and told you a million times before,
yeah.
never been cheated on physically, but definitely been in a position where like homegirl was emotionally like messing with me and gaslighting me, where I was like away, and on the other end she was
Mm,
like talking to some other guy, and I was like, look, let's be real. Like, do you like him? Because if you did like him, we'll talk about it. We probably won't be together, but at least we'll talk about it. But then she like
mhm.
turned it on me, gaslit me, and I was like, well, you know, can't help. But I did learn a lot from that. But have you been emotionally cheated on,
Yeah.
or just cheated on?
Oh, I've
Period.
been cheated on full force. Like I've been cheated on, and it led to
Go
an
forth.
immense heartbreak. Like, hmm.
None.
Oh, you said you want.
No, 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 no.
It was
Go
like high
ahead.
school. It
You
was
want
my
to
first
share?
relationship.
Oh,
It
damn.
was
You're
my first
first.
relationship, and I like it was just really messed up. I have gotten to the point where I can talk about it now without being like without crying, but I really liked this person, and this person has so called liked me since like seventh grade. And I like was texting them over the weekend and they were not responding to any of my messages. Then I was expecting to see them in school. They didn't show up to school that Monday. And then they texted me and broke up with me. Right.
Oh, you got
And
text me.
then
Oh.
come to find out, the entire weekend they were like booed up with someone else at their like brother's house and like kissing, making out, doing all this stuff while I'm sitting here concerned and thinking like life is happening to you, and then you just dump me through text. Like I was distraught to say the least. But yeah, I've been cheated on. That's my cheated on story.
Yeah, that sucks for being your first relationship, doing that, and the fact that you broke up through text. Oh my god.
I'm saying like and then give me some sob story about, well, I was listening to this song and it just made, what is the song? It's by oh, it's some R&B song by a black artist.
You know,
Where it's
give me
like,
more.
but
I
if you
listen.
love someone, they'll never treat you. that, oh, how I feel so sad now that I want to leave. She's crying her heart to me, blah, 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 blah. I could not listen to that song for a very long time because I was like, how dare you? How dare you? Like,
I don't know lyrics too well,
ruin a
but I
good
do know R&B
song.
music. That one.
I
Man,
was
that
angry.
sucks. I did not. That's the first time I heard about that. Like ever.
Mm.
Wow.
I don't like to.
Yeah,
I
that
don't like to
sucks.
broadcast my heartbreak.
I mean, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
painful memory.
Of course. Yo, that sucks.
Just walk
Man,
around
yeah,
being
okay.
like,
I'm
guys,
gonna,
guys, guys.
bro, I got cheated on. I need a patch. One of those like Girl Scouts or like Boy Scouts, you need a patch. It's like, oh, I got cheated on. Anywho, let's move on from that. That's a little hurt topic. All right. Next question. Never have I ever drunk dialed my ex.
Nope, nope. I did not have their number. By the time I started drinking, I didn't have either of my ex's numbers, nor did I want anything to do with them. So no. You?
Um, trying to think back. Let's see. No, no. I've been fairly sober of making all my poor decisions with my exes. I'm just
Okay.
being honest. Truth.
Okay. Never have I ever had a one night stand.
No, no, don't give me those looks. Don't give me that look. No, no, I am not.
Mm.
Not partaken in this liberty yet.
Mhm. I've never had a one night stand, nor do I think I could. Like, I tell people all the time, I don't know what it is, but I have to know you if I'm gonna do something. But if someone was to try to approach me and be like, "Oh, let's have a one night stand," all I see is like STDs written on their forehead, like chlamydia. Like, I I can't do it. I can't. I don't know where you've been. Like, no, no, thank you.
Valid,
Mm, I
valid
couldn't do
though.
it.
I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry. I definitely
Yeah.
can. I feel like in the past I couldn't, but now I'm kind of moving forward. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I could rock with it. I could have a one night stand.
Hence why
But
I said y'all gonna figure out real quick. Tommy is the more wild one of the two of us. Couldn't do it. Okay.
I look innocent. Whatever she says, I look innocent. All right, all right, all
Sure.
right,
Time will tell. Time will tell.
all right. Next question. Never have
Mm.
I ever read a partner's text messages.
I have. I have.
T, T. All right. I'm ready.
I have. Okay. I did, but what I found, it was just really funny, this situation. I was reading them. I don't even know why I was reading them. I don't know why I thought this person, well, this is the person that cheated on me, so but I was going through their messages and then I saw this video and it was like a video, like somebody recorded themselves, and I thought that it was him and I was pissed. Like, I was like, "Oh, how first off, excuse me, because this person had told me like, oh, I'm a virgin, blah blah,"
Mm,
and I'm like, obviously not. So I we were in the gym, which is the funnier part, and sir, you, what is this? What is this? And come to find out, it was actually his brother and his girlfriend.
Huh?
And
why would?
the phone, but the phone was his brother's like old phone, like,
Oh, okay.
so he didn't clear everything, and I was just like, one,
But
this is
that still
awkward because I'm
sucks.
mad at you about something that like you didn't do, but then also weird because I'm gonna have to meet your brother one day and I've seen this. Like,
But I mean, that still sucks because like I don't know about you, but every time I get a new phone or a new any piece of technology, I'm like
Mhm.
going through all the settings, all the files, and making sure like what's in there. So the fact that like
Yeah.
his that guy still had his brother's the video and still haven't deleted it, that's kind of sus. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Like the guy didn't want to see his brother's penis, but like,
Yeah.
that's mm, that's questionable. Very questionable.
I didn't want to question it further. Once I found out it was his brother, I was like, no, ma'am, no, sir. I don't need to know anything
Yeah,
else.
because you're gonna come up to him and be like, you're gonna look him in the eyes, and you're gonna look down and be like, and look back up. You be like, I see you. You're gonna stare straight at eyes and like wide eye and be like, I see you. Get it? I'm just kidding. For myself, I mean, I think I naturally just kind of I don't do it all the time under the suspicion of like, oh, this girl's cheating on me, or like, my girl's cheating on me.
Hmm.
I for a fact like I give access to my phone to all my partners because I don't really have nothing to hide. I'm not that type of person. So, um, but there was like one time where I'll ask my girl, be like, who just messaged you? Because it was late at night, like late at night, 2, 3 in the morning. I was like, oh, we'll cuddle up in bed. I was like, oh, who's messaging you? I mean, she was like, just a guy friend. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I give the benefit of the doubt. You're with me. You're not with him. Later on, it was like the guy that she was messing with way before that, you know. And I was like, I gotta check this out. So I opened it and I was like,
Oh,
you really gotta tell this man you're taken and like he needs to go away. Like he just needs to go away. Like I was like, bro,
oh no.
that. And then other times, don't you ever do like where you like look over someone's shoulders and kind of like read their messages real quick to see like what's happening? I have it. That's a nasty habit of mine.
I actually, surprisingly, I don't. Like, if I'll look over for a blip second, like, I'll just be looking at someone. It is like a reflex, like if someone's picking up their phone, then I'll look. But I immediately, like, in that second, I'm not like leering, like, what you got going on that phone? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those, like, I want people to respect my privacy, so let me try to respect theirs. Like, I don't do that. But as far as like checking stuff in the future, we getting too old. Like, at this point, if I gotta check your messages, goodbye. The door.
Yeah,
Feel free to leave. I don't have
I
time.
think
I
that
don't
was
have
the only
time to
person
treat you like a
ever
child. No, no thank you.
that like that partner was the only partner I ever had to like
Mm,
open like message. But other than that, all
yeah.
my other partners.
That's good. Oh, your future partner should be just the same.
Yep.
Um all right. Never I'm going to skip that one because I don't think that we've done that. Never have I ever
Wait,
never have I ever hooked up with someone 10 years older.
no, I was talking to OJ about this earlier. I wish, I freaking wish someone would or I would because I would learn so much. Like someone 10 years older than me, just like learning the dirty deed and like the dirty acts, um, whispering sweet nothings into the ear. I'll learn so much, and like my partner will just be the better for it. But no, I have not hooked up with someone 10 years older than me.
I have not either. I've also never had a hookup. So, like, I've never had a hookup and like I've gone like to home base, still a virgin. Woo! But um but like nah, but my mom, she did tell me, she was like, you should try to date somebody that's like go on a date with somebody that's older than you, at least one date. So I mean, if an older gentleman, not in his 80s, is respectable and wants to go on a date, I'll go. Have a
Are
nice
you
meal.
You heard it here first. So whoever's watching this video somehow runs by this podcast, and you know someone who's older, roughly older than like late 20s, early 30s, OJ is available to date. And I definitely agree with you, mom. I think there's definitely a huge value of dating someone older. Um, just
Yeah.
learning. learning from them, and especially if like
Mm,
for me, I know what I want and I know the my goals and aspirations. So if I find someone who's older, um, just kind of have the
yeah,
same mindset, then would just be really good for
yeah.
my future life. So I definitely agree with you, mom. But yeah,
Mhm.
people, if you got a young uncle, somewhat older cousin,
No,
OJ
no,
is
no. Ignore
OJ's ready
him.
to date.
Ignore him. No, thank you. No, thank you.
She says that. She says that. Do it. Do it.
I
Um.
mean, no.
All right. Let me see. Never have I ever been someone else's alibi, and I guess it can go for anything really. I don't know if it has to be like
I don't think that I
police.
have. Like, I don't think anybody's ever used me as like a crutch. Or if they did, I just didn't know. I didn't know about it. Cause all my friends, all the people I hung out with outside of school were like church people. So I mean, where were we
Hmm.
going? uh, so I don't think so. You?
All the time. All the time. I think um, like parents love me and the way that I talk,
Mhm.
the way I hold myself. It's just like, oh, who are you going out with? And like one of my friends will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna meet up Tommy," or like, "We're gonna go hang out," and they'll text me like, "Hey, like if my parents ask, or like if anything, or this person asks, just say that I'm with you." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, again, like I don't know what's the situation, but like if you're one of my
Mhm.
good friends, you text me like, "Hey, I really want to be this person right now. Like, can you just tell my parents that you're gonna be with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, bro." But yeah, all the
See, I
time.
feel like that's low key a setup because, like, what if something? Luckily, nothing happened to anybody that you were covering for, but that would be my concern. Is like, oh my god, what if something happens to you? I need your location. I need a play by play of where you are. Like, um, because if
I
something
mean,
happens to you, they gonna come looking at me, and then my mom gonna yell at me because she's gonna be like, why are you being somebody else's alibi? I don't know what is happening.
look,
Ugh.
at the end of the day, like even if I'm your alibi, it is like not my responsibility. And like, yes, I'll be concerned, but like
Mhm.
especially now that we're older, like or like when we're younger, even in high school, like if I was your alibi, like you're like a growing teen and adult, like your parents raised you, you have some kind of um, compass to guide you. So if you need me to like go see this person that you
Mm.
wanted to see, of course, if it's sus, I'll be like, hey, like I think that's sketchy. I think you should bring somebody with you. I'm not gonna go with you for sure because that's sketchy. But I'll tell you to bring
I'm
somebody
not
else.
going.
But yeah, it's like at the end of the day, like
Yo, I feel like
how
we
like
surpassed that age for like, you know, I feel like we surpassed like the age for, oh, I need an alibi. Like at this point, if you need
yeah,
an alibi, you're
yeah,
you're legitimately doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Like, and the only way that
yeah,
I'd be someone's alibi is if it's like a proposal, a surprise party, um, something that's not illegal. But if someone's like, yo, somebody come asking, I was with you the whole time. Why?
oh
Why were
yeah,
you with me?
I
Where were you
definitely
actually? Like,
I definitely pick up sketchy vibes, and if it's sketchy, I'm like, no, no, no. And at this point, I'm like, all my friends are close friends, so like, I know they're not gonna do something sketchy.
yeah. Okay. Never have I ever lied about my age.
I have not. I've always,
Never.
I'm pretty proud of my age. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, like, I say that with like a salt of grain because, like, I remember being young and my parents. I think this is all immigrant families. My parents like tell people you are only 11 so you can get a discount. Right? Have you ever explained this to? Because like I'll be going to the buffets and like
No.
there's like a certain age required for children. It's like
No.
11 to 10. My parents will be like, "Yo, you're 9 years old," and I will always correct them like, "No, I'm like 12." Like, shut up. They literally just be like. lying about my age so like we can get a cheaper discount on the restaurants. And I'm pretty sure every immigrant family has done this.
Yeah, I never had that. I also look a lot younger than I actually am. So, but I don't think my parents have ever been like, "You tell them." Like I don't think yeah, I don't know. I also wasn't paying attention when some of this stuff happened. Like they also don't ask the child, "How old are you?" honestly. So, I've never had to do
Oh,
that,
they never
but
asked
I
me. I
have
just listened.
I have lied about my age, but that was because I was at some like party with a friend of mine in middle school, and there were these. We were in the pool, and there were these like basketball players that came down. They were in middle school too. So I was 12. She told me to say I was 13. What the funny thing was, I was about to say I was 12, and then she was like, "You 13, right?" I was like, "Uh." I was like, She was like, "You're." I was like, Okay, I'm 13." But that's the only time that I've like lied about my age to
She was
my
sliding. She was trying to slide in
recollection.
hard.
Huh?
Your friend was trying to slide in hard, like talking about 13, 12, trying to flirt with the basketball players. Mm.
Well, no, she was super chill though. Like she was one of like the best. She was a really good friend of mine. She's still dope to this day. But yeah, that was funny. I've never had someone do that to me. Like you, that's what you is. I was like, okay.
I Yeah, I think only my parents have done that, and it's really just for the discount. Other than that, I've never lied. I don't think anyone has lied about my age. I'm pretty like I look my age. I've never seen like no one has ever told me like I look young or I look too old. Like I just look my
Hmm,
age.
that's
So,
good.
all right,
People still think I'm in high school.
that's good though. You're gonna like that. You're gonna appreciate that. All right, next question. Never have I ever called a partner the wrong name.
I've typed the wrong like I've been auto corrected to the wrong name, but no, I've
Oh, but that
never
happens.
said the wrong name. Yeah. But no, they
um,
threw a fit. They were like, I am not that. Okay.
yeah, but you could just. I mean, I get the implications. Like, oh, like who are you texting? Like XYZ. I'm not them. So I totally get the implications. Fun story. So I've never called my partner by the wrong name, but
What'd you do,
um,
Tommy? What'd you
when I
do?
first started talking to one of my um, exes in the beginning stages, um, I would remember I would have dreams, like normal dreams, casual dreams, but I would match her kind of memory of her with someone else's face. So like I never like confused the name, but I was go to sleep and dream,
Oh,
and like
Tommy.
I'm like, yo, like I like this girl, but that's not her face. But then why am I seeing this girl's face on her body? Like I'm just so confused. So never names but faces in my dreams, which I still find hilarious to this day. Like it's just all right.
I just the moment you said, so I was having a regular dream. I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh man. Okay, so this is on the question list. This isn't on the question list. But have your partner ever got mad at you because they dreamed you cheating on them?
No, but I've gotten mad at somebody because of something that they did in my dream.
Okay, so I guess
I've
I
done
guess in
that.
that same sense. In the same sense, yeah. But like they got mad at me for like cheating on the dream. I'm like, yo, I didn't even do that. That's your
It's the
mind.
same visceral reaction. Like it's like I don't know what it is, but it seems so. Like, you have those vivid dreams where they almost seem like memories, and you're like, did that actually happen, or did I just dream that? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you wake up and the pain of whatever just happened in your dream is still there. And then it's like, did you or didn't you? Or are you just telling me that it's a dream because you don't want to admit to the tomfoolery that you did? Like, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's
No,
not right. But
nah. It just it blew me because like the girl was the girl that my partner dreamed I was cheating on. I've never met. She actually introduced us together.
mm-hmm.
Like I've never met her before that point, and so like
Mm.
my partner introduced me to the girl, and then like all of a sudden she dreamed about me cheating on her with that girl. I'm like, bro, I just met her. Anywho, I'll tell you a story.
I knew it.
I actually have some funny a funny story after later about the same thing, same topic.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
All right. Never have I ever flashed someone.
I have not.
I haven't either. So, lot that did. Next question.
I'm just saying. I think that's like one of the things that I don't want to do. Like I just don't. All right. Never have I ever mooned someone.
My
No,
booty is not for the world to see. That's my booty.
no, not even friends.
Huh?
No, what? Pause. At what point should I expect you to try to moon me? I don't know what this is. No, no, no,
You're not
no.
close enough with your friends.
I am plenty close with my friends, enough that I do not feel the need to show my derriere. Like, no, ma'am, no. I'll unfriend
I mean,
you.
I guess it's just romances. I'm just saying, like, people see my cheeks.
The bromance is what pushes you to show your cheeks.
I mean, there are other instances where my cheeks were seen, but like the most common one is the bromance. I mean, that's pretty normal.
Wow,
I think it's pretty
this
normal.
is something.
Guys, correct me if I'm
Hmm.
wrong. Your bromances are like real. You get close. You don't even have to worry. It's a bromance. There's just like there's an unwritten rule or like kind of code around bromances. I think.
To moon your
No,
friend.
not to moon, but just be bros. Like I could just hug my friend. I could like run and jump on them and not be afraid of like looking some type of way or what. But like it's a bromance.
I mean, girls have that too, but it's not like, oh, let me show you my booty cheeks. The only time I'd show you my butt is if there's a bump on it or something. And I'm like, okay, can you look at this because I can't see this and I need another opinion. Like,
Okay, that's definitely a
no.
doctor. I think that in that situation you should be going to the doctor if
I
you're
mean,
asking
sometimes
someone to
it's
check
not as
out
big a deal
your
as
bum.
you think it is, and so you need a second opinion. So you go to your like best friend. But what I'm not gonna do, and I've changed in front of women before, like, because that's just a normal thing. We all got the same thing. But I've never been butt
Yeah.
naked in front of any of my good friends, nor do they know what like my private. What you need to see my booty for? Like, God. Mm,
I'm just
that's
gonna say
interesting.
bromance.
Okay, that's what you say.
All
Never
right.
have I ever accidentally said "I love you" to someone.
Hmm. Hmm. No, never accident. I've said I miss you by accident, but I
Mm-hmm.
never said I love you by accident. I think um I love yous are very intentional. I think it's important. Like you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be saying it all the time or you shouldn't be overusing it. It's definitely one of those
Mm-hmm.
phrases where I think it still holds value, especially when you say it.
Well,
So
that's not my story, guys. I definitely have said it on accident, and then also just flat out lied
what?
by saying "I love you" when I didn't, and that was just because
Oh my
the
god.
person wanted. They said it to me, and so I was like, That's awkward to just leave it there. So I just said it. I hated it. I didn't mean it. Not a word. I eventually told them I don't mean it when I'm saying it. I'm so sorry. I'm lying. I hurt their feelings, definitely. But yeah.
Bro, that's messed up. I would at least said like, uh, cool, you too, or like something along those lines. But I would never say it back if I don't mean it.
I it's awkward. I couldn't do that because it was like this was in the first relationship, by the way. But
Yeah, yeah,
they were saying it to me, and I was just like, okay, no biggie. I didn't think it was a big deal. It was a much bigger deal than I thought that it was. Now I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't do that now.
yeah,
But back
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
I didn't know no better. So I just was like,
If you're talking about your first
what is love?
relationship, yo, if you're talking about your first relationship, can you imagine like the fact that like someone else said like I love you and you didn't love them back, but you just said it because it made them feel good, and then like you learn about that, bro, that would crush my heart. If I was your dude and you said that to me, bro, I'm like, you don't love me. You don't.
No, that
You
that
don't
was
love
their
me.
reaction to it. They were very hurt. It was, and I didn't. Sometimes I realize I can be callous, and it's not intentional. It's just I don't know. I'm a pleaser of sorts, so I'll do certain things that I like just because I don't really feel like hearing somebody's mouth or making it a big deal. And so, yeah, I never did that again after that. After they expressed how hurt they were about the situation, I was like, okay, this was a lot bigger than I thought it was. And also, I probably just shouldn't have told you that I didn't mean it. Like, I should have just kept it rolling. But
Yeah, yeah, you definitely should have
yeah,
kept that rolling.
not my proudest
Ooh,
moment. I should have just
ooh,
kept it rolling.
that hurt. That hurt me. Oh my gosh. All right, next question. Never have I ever sent nudes.
Mm-mm. I'll send you an elbow. Make it
I
look like
have.
something.
What? I have. I'm just gonna leave it at Snapchat. And that's it.
Your nudes are out there, Tommy. You just free floating. I
I'm just
told
gonna leave it at
y'all.
Snapchat. All right, next question, please. Next question.
It's so weird. Never have I ever received nudes. I've received nudes. I have.
I have to. I have to.
I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right, we're gonna
I
we're
don't.
gonna go.
Guy nudes are not.
They're not tasteful. I think I need like guys are they don't know body poses and they're not tasteful. I mean, really, it's never no one really ever taught a guy how to pose, um, and like never really taught what is sensuality. I think that's
Mm,
important. Like sensuality never was been taught. I think like a lot of today's world's like kind of fixated towards like that sexual side, but not sensuality. So guy nudes, poor taste. Guys, get better. All right, all right. This one's kind
you
of funny
skipped
because
to
I've
cute.
never done. Never have I ever Googled someone before a date. I don't think it works nowadays. I think there's too many people in the world to actually Google somebody.
I've never. I've actually never been out on an official date ever. Um, shocker.
It's
But
totally not a shocker. My first date, like my first actually official date,
mhm.
with like a person I don't know about was like I think my sophomore year, my junior or sophomore year. Every
Of
other person is
college
just
or high
kind of
school?
like college. No, high school I was a
Oh.
lame dork. We're not having dates in college. I mean high school. My parents, Asian immigrant parents. No, no way.
Oh yeah, black parents don't play them as either. My dad was like, "You're not going out on a date until you turn 18." And so even though I had a relationship in high school, I wasn't allowed to go on a date until I was 16, and we were dating when I was 15, and we broke up before I turned 16. So, yeah, and then the next person I dated was out of state. So yeah, I've never been
Yeah,
on
I
like
don't.
an official date.
All right, men who are slightly older, late 20s, early 30s. OJ is
Oh my
available. She
God,
hasn't been on
stop
a
it.
special date. I'm
No, ignore this
bringing
man.
this back.
Nope, nope, nope,
I
nope,
am
nope,
bringing this back.
nope,
Please,
nope, nope,
gentlemen.
nope. Stop. I'm cutting all this out, by the way.
All right. All right.
Um, okay. Never have I ever tried to make an ex jealous. I have. Not even gonna cap. I have. I feel like you do it at least once when they
Um,
hurt you.
I want to tell the story, but I don't want it on air, so I will tell you the story after we stop recording. But I have,
Oh, I've
I have,
always wanted this to happen.
I haven't tried making an ex jealous, but I made my ex jealous accidentally without realizing it sometimes.
Mm.
But there was like this moment where I physically was like, I'm gonna make her jealous through this. So I do not
Ah,
want this.
I am very excited for this story.
All right.
um. Okay,
Never
next one.
have I ever paid for adult content.
Nope.
That's a no from me.
Why when
That's
it's
a no
free?
from me. What?
Uh,
I,
never
what?
have I ever.
But,
Hmm? Yes, it's
no,
literally
I'm
facts.
just agreeing with you. That's 100% facts.
Never have I ever hooked up with someone of the same sex or gender. No.
No, no, I don't roll that way.
Hmm.
I'm not that explorative. All right, let's see. Next question. Never have I ever done a drive-by of an ex or a crush's house.
I've se- I've wanted to do it for a friend, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
bona fide, and me and my other friends was like, we gonna pull up, give us the address because he really tried you. He really tried you. You ain't gotta do it. We will do it. Like, but I've never done it for like someone I've dated. I don't play when it comes to my friends. Don't you do it? No.
She doesn't. So that's why we're friends. Um, but I don't think I've ever done a drive-by. I mean, I always driven by
Mhm.
naturally because like my exes have always lived in certain areas that I drive by a lot. So I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. Oh, I'm driving by their house. Especially with my ex that like lives a little further away where I have to go on the highway. It's because like I always go that
Mhm.
route and I always pass. I wonder how she's doing. That's the only
Mm.
thing. I've never
So it's
like
more
like drove by.
coincidental.
Yeah. I never drive with the
Okay.
intention of like I need to talk to you or like we gotta talk or stuff like that.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Look, I don't play. So if you're out there and you screw over one of my friends, expect a 5'1" person to be at your doorstep. I don't play.
All
Is
right,
my
I'm
go now?
excited for the next question because like yeah, I think you're going, but I'm excited for this next question because like we both give out a lot of this type of information.
Never have I ever purposely given someone bad advice.
I have not. I've really tried not to because I don't want them to come back on me and be like,
Mm,
bro.
yeah, same. I've thought about it plenty of time. I've thought about it. When I knew it would like benefit me, I've been like, you know, it'd be real easy. But I don't. It's the same reason. Like, I just don't. I don't want my character to ever be questioned, and I want to just be a
Yeah.
trustworthy person and be the bigger person. So I don't, because you do it to one person, then it's gonna get around, and ain't nobody asking you for advice no more. And you just become the untrustworthy person. So no, I
Facts. I
haven't
think
done
that's the one
it.
main reason why I don't do that. But I also want to give the benefit of the doubt. Like
Mm-hmm.
basically, I want if you say my name or anyone ever repeats my name, I want only
Yeah.
good things to follow.
Same.
Let me see. All right. Well, this kind of answer our question. The next question is: never have I ever lied about my relationship status, And like you kind of shared the story earlier about how you have to like you lie to your parents. Same thing with here, immigrant parents. So definitely next question. Next question.
Yeah.
That was kind of lame. Never have I ever broken someone else's heart.
I don't think that I have, honestly. I might have broken someone who had a crush on me, their heart, when I said no, I'm not interested. But I don't think that I've actually broken someone's heart.
Um, I have not. I can guarantee you that 100%. Um, I won. I lied. I can't guarantee you 100% because no one's ever 100%. But I am definitely the one that's getting crushed all the time. But it's okay because it's a great gym motivation. Um, but yeah, I've never broken someone else's heart that I know of.
Okay.
All right,
Never have I
next
ever
question.
fallen in love. I have.
Oh yeah, I think I fall in love so easily.
I've only truly fallen in love with one person, and that was the heartbreak. Um, and I've been close. Like I've loved friends, but like in a relationship way, I haven't been that close to falling in love with someone ever before. So it's only been one time.
Yeah, I think.
And yes, that was the person that
Um,
I lied to in the beginning and said that I loved him when I didn't.
bro, that hurt. That still hurts me. I'm gonna. Oh man.
But I meant it in the
Oh,
end.
all right, it's fine in the end, but still, like, bro, you should have just not said that and just wait until the end when you actually meant it.
I was trying to be honest.
You took him on a roller coaster. It's like, nah, I don't really love you. Oh wait, actually, towards the end, yeah, yeah, I think I do now.
Oh my god.
Why don't you just wait until you tell me this later? You have to hurt my feelings like that, man. If I was that guy, I'd definitely been like, you could have just handed me the heartache earlier and just say it to that man.
I mean, if you
No,
want
but
to be a
I
butt and think about the situation, you could say because I did that, he decided to cheat. But I mean, what can you
that's tea.
do?
That's mega tea. We're gonna unpack that in our spill the tea series, guys. So if you notice, like this is a random tangent. If you notice on our channel, mostly have three playlists. One of them is gonna be spill the tea. This is where you're gonna hear all of our random stories about dates, people, and then we'll spill even more tea with things if you know, you know, and that series is gonna be fun. Um, and we're gonna unpack a lot about OJ's past, which I'm excited for. We've been kind of teasing about it, which I hate for that, but we're gonna be. Um, anywho, enough of my tangent. But yeah, going back to it, I think I fall in love a lot. I think the idea. I think I'm a hopeless romantic and just like.
You're a lover. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely so far. I had that one college love that made me grow up. I had that one
Hmm.
puppy love that made me realize certain things, and then I had like one of those reality like love type things. So I'm definitely like fall in love pretty easily.
Mm.
But we could unpack that later on in another series, in another episode.
Never have I ever sexted an ex. I have not. Like I said, when you out, you out. Goodbye. Good riddance. Peace.
I'm in the same boat with you, but ooh, there've been so many times where I'm just like, oh, nah. And then I stop myself. I stop myself every single time. But like, bro, I my willpower was weak at times. Yeah, that's enough of that. Anywho, next question. I feel like next question is pretty straightforward. Never have I ever donated blood.
I have, and actually, it's a funny story. When I did, my first time donating
Bro,
blood
how is
was in
donating blood a
college.
funny story?
Hmm?
How is donating blood a funny story? Like I fully expected this not to. It would just be like, yes, I have, and that's it.
Oh no, it's hilarious. So I did it because one of our friends that we both, a mutual friend of ours, he donated blood a lot. So I was like, oh, that'd be nice, donate some blood, no big deal. What they didn't tell me was that after you donate blood, you need to sit your butt down. Like, you can't do anything after the fact. So I had gotten food before because I knew that I was probably going to need to eat. And I had scheduled it so that I could go in between a class group meeting that I needed to do. So I went, donated the blood. I was kind of freaking out because this chick was screaming behind me. I was like, and they were like, ignore her. It's no big deal. And I'm like, ma'am, this is my first time donating blood. And there's a chick literally screaming in here. She passed out. Why am I supposed to be
Yeah, that would
calm?
creep me out.
Exactly. So they took the blood, and then I left to go and eat, and then I had to trek across campus from West AJ to where we had structures. I don't remember the name of the building anymore. But I had to go literally across campus. So I'm in the middle of the drill field, and this is like the busy day, when it's bustling and everybody's changing classes,
Talking about
and I'm
sewage.
about to pass out, literally, like about to pass out. So I had to call another one of my friends and be like, can you please, like, I'm about to die out here, and it was hot. So I had to sit under the shade of a tree. This woman was walking her dog, and her dog just kind of sat next to me, and I petted them. And then, my friend brought me some water. And yeah, I was just like, I'm about to die. So I had to text my group and be like, I'm not coming in because I literally like just donated blood and I'm about to die. So I almost literally like blacked out in the middle of the pathway. So yeah, so our mutual friend was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you that, blah blah. And I'm like, it's no big deal. I still pick with them about it sometimes. But yeah, just about the time I almost passed out. That's my story, man.
I didn't know you could have a story donating blood. I Interesting. But I'm glad you didn't pass out. I'm glad that our mutual friend has taken care of you.
Never have I ever been blackout drunk.
Absolutely not. Which is surprising.
Yes, I was gonna say you drink a lot more than I do. But I I kind of have. I'm not to the point where like I couldn't remember what the heck was going on, but there were like moments where I could not remember what happened, and I was like, "How did I get here?" But that was for my birthday, so I got a little too turned. And the only reason I got that turn was because of my mom, which that will be a story time in and of itself. My mother was a bad influence that day.
Oh, okay, Mama OJ. I don't like getting blackout drunk,
Hmm.
so I just never done it. I mean, I never
Yeah.
experienced it, but I like my motor controls under control, under my control.
True, true.
Never have I ever gone to work hungover.
I have,
What?
as a result of what I just said.
Oh,
I
okay. I
had
was gonna
work the
say
next day. So
I have
yeah,
not.
again, that will be addressed in the story time.
I got you. I got you. All
Spill
right,
the
stay
tea,
tuned
guys.
for our
Tune
episode
in to
about
spill the
Mama
tea.
OJ, and OJ's gonna be spilling tea on her own mom. It's kind of clickbaity. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't really have a job when I started drinking a lot in college, so no,
Hmm.
technically no. All right, next question.
Never have I ever laughed at a funeral.
I have. I mean, not in like the sense of like I'm laughing at death, um, but it was like my grandma's funeral, and all the cousins were together, and we just wanted to have a good time, and like
Uh-huh.
even though it was like a sad day, we are just like, hey, like we should cherish grandma's life for all of us, and just kind of enjoy ourselves, and like really remember like we're grandchildren, like this is what she loved the most. So that's why I laughed at the wedding.
Hmm.
I mean, not wedding, funeral. The heck?
I've definitely laughed at a funeral. Like I made the mistake of sitting by my favorite cousin. You got that cousin that when y'all get together,
Oh
it's
yeah.
just you cut up. It's not that's your best friend because y'all grew up in the same area. Y'all have the same upbringing. That's your that's your person. So it was just a lot of tomfoolery happening. This was recent. I hate
Oh,
funerals. I really do. I hate them. But there was a lot of foolishness that was happening at this funeral, and we just literally our heads were just down the entire time. And I'm looking at her, and she's like, "Don't look at me because I'm gonna laugh." I'm like, where am I supposed to look then? Which I'm told all the time. People are like, don't look at me when something happens. I'm like, I don't know what it is about my face, but people literally they refuse to look at me because apparently they'll break. But I laughed. I wasn't laughing because the person died. I just laughed because I was sitting by
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite
The
cousin.
people around you.
Yeah.
I definitely get that for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Never have I
let's
ever
see.
been in a police car.
I have not. Don't look at me like that. I have not.
I have. But it's not what you
Hey,
think.
look at that. Look who's the crazy, who's the wild one
No,
now,
no,
right?
actually, it's not like I said, it's not what you think. So what happened was, when you're staying late on campus, they have I forgot what it's called, but it's like Safe Ride, where they'll
Yeah.
bring somebody to come and pick you up so you don't have to walk across campus alone. So that's what it was. They didn't have any more drivers at the time because we stay in studio late. So they brought a squad car, and I had to sit in the back. And it was fun though because they drive actually on the sidewalks, but there's no seatbelt and there's like no cushion seating. It's all plastic, so I'm like flinging in the back. But it was fun. But yes, I've ridden in the back of a police car, but not because I was arrested or in trouble. It was for my
Okay,
safety.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's fine. Let's see. Never have I ever been to a strip club.
No, and I don't think I want to go to one. It just seems like funky to me. Like a male strip club seems funky. I'd go to a female strip club before I went to a male strip club.
I'd be considered a male strip club. I wouldn't go, but I'll be like the dancer. Um, but what is it? Yeah, no, I'll be open to go. I think I would never go on my own, but like
Same.
if my friends like was like, hey, let's go. I'm like, I guess so. I mean, I'm down. But
Yeah.
that's what I wouldn't go out of my own volition.
Same. I mean, I feel like my life's been pretty full up till now without ever having going to one, so I'm not pressed.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You don't need it.
Never have I ever hooked up with a friend.
Mm, yes, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that too. Yes, I have, but I'm not talking about it no more than that. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
on
gonna
a
leave
spill
that
the tea.
at that. Maybe we could spill the tea more once we get started. Then
Yeah.
we'll let you guys know a little bit more. But we'll see. But that's staying a secret for now. So if you want to know, if you
Same.
want to learn more, just give us just click subscribe and give us more attention and give us likes and comments, and we'll definitely share more about our lives if you think it's kind of entertaining enough.
Yeah,
Never have I ever had a black eye.
I have, but I gave it to myself. What had happened? What had happened was, and I actually have photo evidence of this. Like, it was embarrassing. So I was hanging out with one of my friends while I was doing community college and high school, and this friend is hilarious. Like, they were really funny, and me, when I'm laughing, I move. If it's really funny, I move.
Yeah, yeah.
I moved my head forward, and I had a water bottle, and I hit my eye really hard on the water bottle. And I was just like, ow, but kept laughing, didn't think anything of it. So my mom worked at the school, and I went to her office, and I'm talking to her, and she looks at me and she goes, what's wrong with your eye? What happened to your eye? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, is it this one? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I hit my eye on the water bottle. She was like, you're gonna have a black eye. Like, it's red. I was like, no way. So I took a photo and I was like, I was like, oh my god, this
That's
is embarrassing.
hilarious.
So yeah,
You got a black eye from hitting a water bottle. Just let that sink
I
in.
did.
A water
That
bottle.
tells you how hard I
Like,
like wham. Like,
oh my god. I can't even imagine. I never had a black eye before. Like I can't imagine like self-inflicting my own black eye. I
I was like
yeah no.
SpongeBob. Oh man, my cheeks hurt.
Let's.
Never have I ever lied to my parents.
I
Stop
mean
laughing.
that's a granted. Like I
Yeah, I feel
can't.
like
You can't.
everybody's lied to their parents. We'd be here all day trying to say
Yeah,
what we lied about.
bro. I
What
can't even.
scares me though is that parents sometimes know that you lie to them, but they don't say anything. Like they
I'm pretty
know.
sure.
They know.
Oh yeah, like I'm certain, bro. That
That was
the age old question. Nah, she's just a friend.
and you say she's can't sing the rest of it,
I'm just saying.
but
I'm
y'all
just
know.
saying. All right, next question. Never have I ever caught my parents in the act. That's disgusting.
I have.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
so
don't want to talk
sorry.
about it, but I have.
Yeah, let's not
I
talk
don't want
about
to
it.
talk about it.
No.
The
Next
crazy
questions.
part is, I
All right.
think I'm the only one.
Never have I ever lurked my ex on social media.
I have. Just because I am just curious, like, what are you doing with your life? Am I doing better than you or not? Funny story, which is for some tea time. It'll be a short intermission for another spill of tea, but it was hilarious. No, it's a quick thing. I'll tell it real quick. I didn't realize that I was blocked by my first ex. And the only way that I found that out was because I was on a friend's Facebook account and I was showing them because I was telling them a story and I was putting names to faces of people in my high school. And I thought that they just
Yeah.
didn't have a Facebook and I hadn't really thought too much of it. It was like whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
No, their page came across from when I looked at one of my other friends' page, and I was like, "Oh, so you have a Facebook, but you blocked me." And I'm like, "What was the purpose of that? Because we don't even talk like that. Like, what the? I didn't even think about it. Come to find out, like the moment that they broke up with who they left me for, which it was some time, all of a sudden I was unblocked. I was like, what? And we were already friends before they blocked me. So that means that you blocked me while we were friends. Then as soon as your relationship ended, you went back and unblocked me. Really?
I mean, I get that. I get that. Hi, folks. That's all we got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video and really got to pull out some lessons, perspectives, and funny stories that we're all here to share for you. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to us, share our videos, and just join our community. You get to see more of the shenanigans going on between OJ and I, just fun conversations, and my pretty eyelashes and blinking. And I just hope you had a good day. Don't forget to subscribe to us because that would mean a lot to us. Thank you. We'll see you next time.